Welcome to Tabo Eminent channel. Deep in the dense jungles of southern Mexico and Guatemala, the ancient Maya once observed the sky with astonishing precision. Long before modern science, they tracked the paths of stars, the cycle of the moon, and the blazing journey of Venus across the heavens. To them, time was not just a measure, it was a divine rhythm. Thanks for watching. Request you to subscribe the channel. The Mayan calendar was more than a tool, it was a sacred lens through which they understood the universe, life, death, and rebirth. At the heart of this complex system were three calendars, each designed for a different aspect of life. The first, the Solkin, was a 260-day cycle of sacred energies, where each day carried its own name and number. These combinations were believed to influence destiny, and Maya priests, known as daykeepers, used them to divine the best times for marriage, planting crops, or performing rituals. The reason behind the 260-day count remains a mystery, though many scholars believe it reflects human gestation, the agricultural cycle, or even the zenithal sun passages at key locations in Mesoamerica. Running alongside the Solkin was the Hob, a 365-day solar calendar more closely tied to the natural world. It consisted of 18 months of 20 days each, plus a final short month called Wayib, made up of 5 nameless, unlucky days. During these days, the Maya believed the boundaries between the world of the living and the spirit realm grew thin. People avoided travel, marriage, and other major life events, fearing misfortune and chaos. Together, the Solkin and Hob formed the calendar round, a cycle that repeated every 52 years. When a specific combination of Solkin and Hob dates returned, it was seen as a cosmic anniversary, a moment echoing across time. The Maya marked these recurring patterns with reverence, believing that past events could influence the future, and that understanding time meant mastering fate. Like a cosmic odometer, it counted the days from a mythical starting point, August 11, 3114 BCE, in our modern Gregorian calendar. From that, Creation Day, time moved through cycles of Baktuns, each lasting nearly 400 years. When the long count reached 13.0.0.0.0, or December 21, 2012, it was not, as popular media claimed, the end of the world. Rather, it was the close of one era and the rebirth of another, a cosmic reset, much like the ticking over of a grand celestial clock. The Maya understood time not as a straight line but as an endless circle. Every event was part of a larger pattern, and the heavens offered clues to the cycles unfolding on Earth. Their temples, such as those at Chichen Itza and Tikal, were aligned with solstices, equinoxes, and planetary risings, transforming entire cities into living calendars of stone. Even today, in remote villages across Guatemala, modern-day Maya still consult the ancient calendar. Shamans chant the names of the Solkin days, mark ceremonies with incense and fire, and interpret dreams through the lens of time passed down from their ancestors. Their calendar is not lost, it continues to beat quietly beneath the surface of a modern world, a whisper of a civilization that once mapped the stars to understand the soul. As the sun rose over the misty canopy of the rainforest, a Maya priest, known as an Ajka, or Keeper of the Days, stepped from his thatched roof home, carrying in his hand a bundle of sacred maize and red thread. In his mind, he had already counted the days. Today was 8 Kawak, a day associated with community, storms, and healing. According to the Solkin, it was an ideal moment for making offerings to protect the village and its people. With practiced precision, he began his ritual, placing offerings at the base of a ceiba tree, the symbolic world tree connecting the underworld, earth, and heavens. Smoke from burning copal rose skyward, curling like a serpent toward the sky. To the Maya, every day had a soul, a purpose, and a personality. It was not just Tuesday, or the 15th, it was a living force that could help or hinder. Parents often named their children after the day of their birth, believing that its energy would shape their character and destiny. Farmers consulted the calendar to know when to plant corn and harvest beans, while rulers used it to determine when to go to war, crown a new king, or dedicate a temple to the gods. Each ruler, in fact, was seen not just as a political figure but as a living extension of the cosmic order. Their births and accessions were timed and recorded according to the long count, with stelae, tall stone monuments, etched in intricate glyphs to capture their connection to time and divinity. These rulers did not just govern, they enacted sacred cycles on Earth, aligning their deeds with the movements of planets, eclipses, and mythic dates. Of all the celestial bodies the Maya tracked, Venus was perhaps the most sacred. Known as the morning star, Venus was a harbinger of war and change. Its rise and disappearance were meticulously charted in the Dresden Codex, one of the few surviving pre-Columbian Maya books. Maya astronomers could predict its cycle with astonishing accuracy, more precisely, in fact, than European astronomers until the modern era. They believed that battles begun during Venus's reappearance had the blessing of the gods, and so entire military campaigns were aligned with its light. But the Maya were not only looking to the stars, they were looking inward. The calendar also served as a guide to the inner journey. Certain days were ideal for healing, meditation, or contacting the ancestors. Others were perilous, requiring offerings or fasting. Life was a weaving of energies, and the calendar was the loom. The people moved with the rhythm of the cosmos, stepping in harmony with the divine pulse of time. And when a great era came to an end, such as the completion of a Baktun, a period nearly 400 years long, it was not feared as destruction, but welcomed as transformation. The ending of the 13th Baktun in 2012, misunderstood by the modern world as an apocalyptic warning, was for the Maya a sacred renewal, the dawn of a new cycle. Just as night gives way to day, one world gives birth to the next. Even in today's digital age, the heartbeat of the ancient calendar can still be felt. In remote villages, descendants of the Maya still keep the count, still speak the names of days with reverence. The true secret of the Mayan calendar is not that it predicts the end of the world, but that it reveals a worldview in which time is sacred, alive, and eternal. In every rising sun, in every passing Venus, in every step through the jungle or city, the old rhythm beats on, quiet but unbroken.